Check 1, 2.
Just the monitors in general.
All right. How you guys doing? Yes. Thank you for coming out tonight. This is a fantastic festival and performing arts stage in such a beautiful town. I love it up here. I'm from New York City, but I want to move here because it's so wonderful. If you guys will have me and my family, I'm moving up here. All right, I'll take that as a yes. Coming up. So during World War II, I'm gonna jump in with one song, and then I'm gonna play a little bit while a band sets up behind me, the big band, so that we don't spend too much time in transition between me and them. But during World War II, Boogie Woogie was America's most popular music. And at that time, there was a piano player named Earl Father Hines. And Earl Father Hines took a song published by W.C. Handy in 1914 called the St. Louis Blues, which was a blues song but became a jazz standard. Earl Father Hines took it and put a boogie woogie beat to it and called it Boogie Woogie on the St. Louis Blues. Now, one of my close friends and mentors, a fellow by the name of Bob Seeley from Detroit, he's now 93 years old. And up until recently, up until the pandemic, really, he was still performing around the world, boogie woogie and stride piano. He is considered to be the greatest living player of these styles and the last living link that we have to these first and second generation boogie woogie piano players. I learned how to play St. Louis Blues from Bob Seeley, and he learned how to play it from Earl Father Hines. So now, each one of us has kind of put our own twist to it, and it gives me great pleasure to play you my version of Bob Seeley's version, of Earl Father Hines' version, of the classic W.C. Handy tune, St. Louis Blues. help over here, guys. Can you help me plug this back in? I don't know what happened to the pedal. Thank you. Sorry. It went haywire. That's Will, everybody. Thank you. That was kind of a comedy version. All right, well, now I'd like to welcome the band to set up behind me. Actually, you know what? Kind of reminds me of the very first time I was on stage when I was 13. At my first public performance, it was at the Blues Festival, and I was opening up for the headliner, the final act, and they needed me to play 15 minutes while Little Milton set up his blues band behind me. So it kind of reminds me of that. Come full circle. So I want to take you guys down to New Orleans now. And in the 1950s, there was a guy that, or late 40s, came on the scene. His name's Henry Bird, and he kind of reinvented the blues piano style. He took the blues piano and boogie woogie piano framework of playing the bass line in the left hand and everything else in the right hand, and he combined that with the Caribbean, calypso, Latin, the New Orleans native Indian music, the marching band music. And he synthesized a new style that was very syncopated and powerful. And everyone after him copied him. He became famous not under the name Henry Bird, though, but under the name Professor Longhair. And they call piano players professors in New Orleans because we know piano players know more about music than people who play other instruments. And we're also better looking too, and you know, on time. And, just kidding. So, yes, piano players in the audience. So, one of Professor Longhair's iconic tunes was a tune called Tipitina, and I took it upon myself a couple years ago to make the definitive piano arrangement. Without, you know, sans vocals, because he sings over too. It also has the world's most indecipherable lyrics. But I took the best piano parts from 5 different recordings and put them together into the definitive piano arrangement. And so I'd like to play that for you now, if I can remember how the hell it goes. study with some of the living masters of this style, the blues and boogie woogie piano style. And I got into it when I was about 10 years old. And there's not too many 10-year-olds that are interested in this, style that was really popular in the 1930s and 40s. So a lot of the musicians, took me under their wing and showed me how to play, and showed me how to be a musician, how to listen to other musicians, the etiquette that goes along with playing with people. And one of the places I used to go was this awesome blues workshop that's about a week long in West Virginia. Every week it's called Augusta Blues Week. And I would go there as a student from basically when I was 10 until I was 17, and then I started teaching classes there. I still go back. It's mostly for adults. The cutoff was 11 years old, and I was only 10, so I actually had to lie about my age to get in, but there weren't many kids there. And one of the people that I really admired was Nat Reese, and he was a guitar player who's since passed away, but I used to love this song that he would sing. And it was called Just a Dream I Have on My Mind. It was a dream, just a dream I had on my mind. It was a dream, just a dream I had on my mind. But when I woke up this morning, not a thing from my dream could I find. I dreamt that I hit the numbers, and I hit the horses too. I dreamt that I had so much money, I didn't know what to do. That was a dream, just a dream I had on my mind. That's right, because if I did win all that money, I'd be moving here next week. When I woke up this morning, not a thing, not a penny could I find. I had 10 children, and all of them looked like me. But that was a dream, just a dream I had on my mind. It's when I woke up this morning, not a child in my house look like mine. All right, thank you. Blues always include some sort of humor in it. All right, I'm going to do one more song for you guys, and then we got the big band coming up here. So I told you about when I was 10. I had to lie that I was 11, which actually started a long history of lying about my age. Before I forget, I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce, the Mystic Chamber of Commerce, and Anthony and Nicole for putting this stage on and bringing all this entertainment to you guys. It's been great working with them, and I really hope they continue. Also, John and Will on the sound. How about for the sound, guys? This sounds amazing, guys. Thank you, guys. I've played on a lot of stages, and not all of them sound this good. So when I was 12, I'm skipping now, 12, I met a guy from Michigan. Mr. B was his name, Ann Arbor, Michigan. And my mom was really good about taking me to meet performers and things. He was coming through town. I lived in Tucson, Arizona at the time. And he gave a workshop the day before the festival. And so I went there, and he was telling us all about the history of the blues and all this stuff, and his own history, learning from some of these great players firsthand. And after he got done, it was about an hour and a half, right? He asked for any questions. And he loves to tell this story too. He says he saw a little hand go up in the back of the room, which was me. And he said, "Yes, you have a question?" And I said, "Yeah, so are you actually going to teach us anything?" We became great friends after that. And I ended up learning a lot from him. I actually used to have long distance phone call lessons with him on the phone. I would call him up and say, "How did you do this one lick on this one recording?" And he would have to go, pull out his cassette tape and listen to it and go, "Oh, you mean that lick?" And then he would teach me painstakingly over the phone. I got my thumb on C, I got my second finger on E, and like that. And sometimes he would teach me entire songs. So this is one of the songs he taught me, one of his originals, called the Hallelujah Train. It's a great example of how this gospel sound and the boogie woogie sound really go hand in hand. There we go. Check 1, 2. Don't slow me down, don't slow me down. Well, if you want to boogie now out of the place, it's just no piano and a knockout bass. That drummer man's got it. Late beat man, you remember me, baby, don't come in that slack. It's been chicken fried up in baked grease. Come on, little cats down the road with peace. How you guys doing? All right. It is such a pleasure to be back here in Mystic, Connecticut. You have no idea. How many of you guys live here? Oh, you're so lucky. Take you guys down to New Orleans now via Brazil and do a song that's actually from 1907, I think, in Brazil, called Tico Tico no Fubá, which means sparrow in the cornmeal. I think they were going to call it sparrow in the bran first, but they realized that sparrow in the cornmeal was going to be much more commercially successful. And they were right, actually. It became a hit in the U.S. too in the 20s, and even later people like Liberace played it. My favorite version comes from James Booker, though. He is the piano player from New Orleans. He had kind of a troubled life, but he was just amazing. He could make the piano sing like nobody else, and sometimes it would sound like 2 or 3 people playing at the same time. There's not really much known about his life, but surprisingly, he died relatively young. He was active in the 60s, 70s, 80s. He died in 1983, I think, in his early 40s. But the legend has it that he was hit by an ambulance when he was 6 years old and lost an eye, and was addicted to morphine ever since. He actually died of a heroin overdose. But he had this crazy ability to play that, like what I play, you see me have one hand do one thing, one hand do another. That's called hand independence. But he had intra-hand independence, where his top of his left hand would do one thing and the bottom would do something else, kind of like a... No one can really do it like him, but I'm gonna try a little bit. Alrighty. So I do a lot of teaching piano. I really started my professional career about 30 years ago, and mostly performing, but started teaching I guess about 27 years ago. Anyway, recently, a lot of my students have been wanting to learn this Fats Domino song called The Fat Man. And because, you know, in fact, we recently lost Fats Domino, great, amazing player from New Orleans. And The Fat Man in 1949, it was released in 1949, and it's considered by a lot of people to be the very first rock and roll song because of the beat that it had to it. So, you know, I was studying The Fat Man and put it into lesson format, and really started growing on me, and so I wanted to play it for you guys. First of all, I can't sing it, you know, because I'm not really that fat. Second of all, the lyrics, if you listen to it, it says, they call me the Fat Man because I weigh 200 pounds. That was in 1949, okay? So, things have changed a little bit, but I think he wasn't that tall, though. That's why. So anyway, I can't do that. So I changed the lyrics to The Bald Man. I'm gonna sing it for you guys right now. Chamber of Commerce for putting this on. Thank you guys. And specifically Anthony and Nicole for all their hard work. And Will on the sound. Got us sounding great, man. How about these acts too? They're world class. All the performers. I really enjoyed watching it. So if you like what you see up here and you think you might want to take me home tonight with you, I really want to move to Mystics. It actually won't be that hard. No, I would sell you a CD, but I didn't bring any with me. But who has a CD player anyway? You know what? How you can keep? Oh, you guys do? Oh, well, okay. There's two people that still have this. You know, I still have one too somewhere. But how you can keep up with me? I'm most active on YouTube. If you want to go on there, I know you got your cell phones. I see them. Go on YouTube and you can subscribe to my channel, Arthur Migliazza, spelled Migliazza. Actually recording this, and I'm going to be live streaming it later next week, and commenting, you know, on what's going through my head while I'm playing. But I put out a lot of lessons on there, a lot of like how to play this style of piano. If you're interested, if you know anybody interested, you can play it too. It's easy. Just need about 30 years of practice. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Let's see. I know I have a half an hour. This is why I bring a watch. It's dead. Still got 50, okay.
10, 15, yeah.
10, 15 minutes. All right. Will you guys let me know when it's 10:40? I'm gonna do a song, but is it already 10:40? Okay, good. We're good. I'm gonna do a song called the Chicago Breakdown now. A breakdown means a wild party or a dance. You're staying out all night till the sun comes up. And Chicago in the 20s, this sort of thing was happening a lot, much like Mystic, Connecticut these days. So, I'm gonna call this Mystic Breakdown. Oh, just one minute. Uh-oh, getting the cane. Time really flew on that bus. I would like to welcome my special, you've actually seen her, yes, last night and tonight. This is Devin Medic. Welcome her to the stage. We have a special number prepared for you, and I think this is gonna be my last one.
Check. So we better make it good.
We better make it good. No pressure. Don't be nervous, actually.
Oh no, I'm not nervous.
This is a song from 1924 by Virginia Liston. And you know, in the 20s, everything was totally pure and innocent, right? So all the songs had no sexual innuendos whatsoever. This is a song about a lady, a nice, young lady.
Very nice young lady.
Very nice young lady. And her husband went out, and at the same time, she happened to go to the hardware store and buy a new lock for her front door. When her husband came back, his key didn't fit it anymore. But, they worked it out.
Liza Johnson and her man had a falling out. He said, get someone else. If you can, I'm gone without a doubt. Things got tough, and he came back last night at 9 o'clock. He put his key in the old front door, but the key didn't fit the lock. He pushed it in, and he turned it around and around, and then he took it out. And just as he was about to try again, he heard Miss Liza shout, you've got the right key, but the wrong keyhole. We didn't get along to save my soul. Yesterday I went down to the hardware store, got a new lock for my front door. I got a new man, better than you. He starts loving where you get through. So take your key out, honey, and leave my door, because your key don't fit in my lock no more. You got the right key, Daddy, but you're working with the wrong. I got a new man,
Medic, everybody.
better than you. He starts loving where you get through. So take my kisses, honey, and leave my door, because your key don't fit in my lock no more. You got the right key, Daddy. You got the right key, Daddy. You got the right key, Papa. Just sticking it in the wrong keyhole.
Devin Medic, everybody.
I'm the Migliazza, everybody.
I guess that was good enough to give you one more if you wanted. All right. See, they like to keep everybody on their toes, including me. All right, well, it sounds like I don't have time for an introduction, so I'm just going to get to it here. This is an example of how classical music was even turned into a boogie woogie. Bumblebee. How many of you guys don't move when a bee comes and lands on your sandwich? Really? There's a couple out there. That's some next level bee zen. I'm not that person. I'm just swatting. All it does is make them madder, right?
thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, Mystic.